anybody needing, a little extra help in the playoffs, I take PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, just let me know. I got it.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Fuck you.
I know it was coming. It's been a minute
Granger,
since you've been able to
we're
do
for
that.
the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make
What
the
can I get
biggest
for
difference when
$2?
it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way. Offering
All right, I'll take out the first. I don't know. I'm going to send it in turn one. That's what you get. Sorry, guys.
Awesome.
What if I found what I'm looking for? The key to lock on my door, the fruit of my labor, the gold I've been digging for. It's hard to imagine that one more. Is it what they say it is? Is it just a catalyst for deeper questions than before? What if I found what I'm looking for? What if I found what I'm looking for? What if the clock has just one hand? There's only the now and the next. What would I change if I didn't have to change? Would I take it slow? Would I rush it? What would it mean to me to live without urgency? Would it be a blessing or a curse if the clock only had one?
You have 2 additional sets of tires for this race. Smooth and have a good run. The key to the lock on my door, the fruit of my labor, the gold I've been digging for. Safe car is there.
Is it what they say it is? Is it just a catalyst for deeper questions?
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
What if I found what I'm looking for? What if I found what I'm looking for? The key to lock on my door, the fruit of my labor, the gold I've been digging for. It's hard to imagine that one more. Is it what they say it is? Is it just a catalyst for deeper questions
flag is out.
Race fans, good evening. Welcome to Redline Racing Network. Tonight, we fire up prime time here from the Paperclip, one of the most iconic tracks that's been around for ages here on the circuit. Good evening, Matt Metler up in the Tony Trepass Memorial broadcast booth. We join this race just a couple laps in. Alan Dobbs currently holding the lead here after literally a caution right on the drop of the green flag. Hunter Lagunas currently runs in that second place position. Tim Tobridge and company, Tanner Marr, the HMFIC of the league. Those gentlemen up inside the top 5. DJ Daniel, who's been hot, currently resides in 7th. Larry Bell in 9th. And Tom Friedis rounds out the top 10 as those lights go out on that iRacing.com pace truck.
Pace car is in.
That truck's going to roll off here. That's going to lead. As the top takes back to the flag here. That paper. Coming off the
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Dobbs is going to crush it through the floorboards. Whoa, gets swirly on the outside there. Lagunas does a little bit of a jig. And we got problems again. Are you serious?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Well, hopefully you guys got plenty of Martinsville foot-long hot dogs for this one because we can't even get this thing rolling. Yellow flag back out here, reigns supreme once again. Dobbs will retain the lead here. Tim Tobridge able to escape cleanly. However, some of the other guys not as fortunate. That all started with Lagunas, just could not put the power down there. The Goodyears would not grip. And that kind of bottlenecked everything, jumbled everyone up. Let's go back here to the replay. I think that might have been Tanner Marr who got the ugly end of it here. The other guys not as fortunate. That all started. Let's go ahead and roll this here. This again coming off of the second restart attempt. Quarter speed playback. Keep your eye on that 4 car, top shelf of the racetrack, or 4 truck I should say. Gonna take the green flag here, and you see the wobble there out of the car in the outside lane. That's gonna bottle check the front line, or excuse me, the outside line. And then Tanner Marr is going to try, I think, to drop down here to the inside. He thought about going outside, but the 27 kind of threw a monkey wrench in his plans, and he's just going to overcook the corner here and going to clip the 27 in the process of that truck going outside of the wall. And Zimmerman has nowhere to go, and he's going to high-five his team owner here. How did he fit through that hole? Are you kidding me? I didn't know we had Houdini out there on the racetrack tonight, but watch this. Watch Zimmy in the 28. Are you serious? We got to go to the nose of the truck for this. Watch this. He's going to need a new race suit at minimum. How did he really thread the needle on this one? Oh my God, I think he just may have tapped him just a little bit. But it is all on from there. What a piece of work there from the 28. That is some type of driving behind the wheel. As we go back to the live side of things. Green flag back in the air at Martinsville. Clean restart there. Dobbs in command. And it's a 2x2 side-by-side juggernaut battle. Now that dissolves to single file all the way back through the top 5, top 6. There's DJ Daniel on the charge. This is home track. So look for him to be, I don't maybe want to use the word extra, but extra rowdy perhaps out there tonight. Zimmerman with that very close call is going to reside in 6th, still up 5 positions to the good. Tom Friedez runs in 8th. Larry Bell rounds out the top 10 as they currently run right now. Single file through this field conveyor belt style. That's what you typically want to see. 32 is going to slide up the racetrack there really bit. I'm not sure if Tom has trading paints loaded or not. He did refresh the paints here a couple times. Perhaps he just forgot to turn that on. 16 cars took the initial green flag. 16 remain. The biggest loser on that deal, the 4 machine. Oh, he almost spun out there too. That clearly, the Chevrolet being piloted by Tanner Marr, not currently performing to his expectation. Perhaps some damage on that truck. Send it back up to the point. It is all Redline Racing's Alan Dobbs, large and in charge here. Tim Tobridge, who is always in the conversation in this league, about 0.8 of a second behind him, and he has Hunter Lagunes getting ready to
Yellow.
and caution. Yellow flag waves here once again in the beautiful state of Martinsville, or the beautiful state of Virginia, I'm sorry. Martinsville, the place, of course. And I think Daniel may have had things go wrong here for him. Let's go to the instant replay. You can see Tanner Marr's Chevrolet already has a little bit of pug face going on, so he's made contact with someone or something out there. Let's see what happened here. Oh, the 72 there, he's just all over the place, and he's going to just loop it. Goes up there, backs it into the fence ever so slightly. No one else going to get involved, but that will trigger an iRacing yellow flag condition here. As caution reigns again, we're going to step aside. We'll be right back with all the high-flying, high-octane racing action. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You got it locked on Redline Racing Network. Green flag back in the air here at Martinsville, Virginia. Hard cutting out a commercial break to bring you all the sights, sounds, and live pictures here from the virtual racetrack. Once again, the Inferno just behind that number 35 Chevrolet Silverado. Tim Tobridge trying to do his best to go up there and catch Allen, and that truck has been FAST fast here in the early going. These drivers wasting no time getting back to conveyor belt style, single file around this racetrack. That's going to minimize the amount. Oh! Almost right on cue. As I was going to say, minimize the calamity as he goes up there and just snookers the fence. I had a brief moment to turn a couple laps out there today due to a late start here. Just got this broadcast put together as quick as possible. And I tell you what, it was very tight on entry. The front nose just did not want to rotate. It did not want to get into the corner. And it was really easy to overdrive the center and just put that thing right in the fence. Perhaps that's what happened there, is everyone still chasing this guy out of Fort Payne, Alabama, laying the pain down to the rest of these drivers. Where's Tom Fridas in that 32? Let's go on board with Tom. Let's jump inside the cockpit for the first time this race. On board with Tom, you can see what I was talking about with just how easy it is to miss the corner here. Let's crank it up. We're going to go all out, wide open coverage. Grab the dial at home, drive it up, or dial it up to 1,000 here with us right at Redline Racing Network. Let's do this. Welcome back, race fans. Hope you enjoyed that extended Crank It Up session brought to you by Team Watson Racing Setups, the official setup shop of Redline Racing Network. Mention we sent you over there. Get 10% off your first subscription. And if you want to put some serious booking under the hoodie, a new vibe in your ride, really bring your iRacing experience full circle. Watson, what's in your setup's DNA? Oh, this is I tell you what, I know I'm a broadcaster right now in the booth, but I am also a team owner, and I am nervous right now because I see DJ Daniel closing in on Alan Dobbs, and these two might be teammates, but they're also very fierce competitors out there on the racetrack. Wonder what's going to happen when these two get around each other, perhaps later on in this race. As right now, as Alan Dobbs currently leading, is DJ Daniel up 4 spots from where he started, in that 96 machine. Jason Raymond currently holding down that 3rd spot. That's your money spots, your podium right now as they run. Tim Tobridge currently slid back a little bit in that 4th place position. Larry Bell on the charge, man, out of Victoria, British Columbia. Rounds out the top 5. Biggest mover of the race thus far. He is eating good in the neighborhood. Hunter Lagunes, he had that wild restart there on lap 3, I believe. He almost lost that truck. It was every which way but straight. Hunkered down in 6th. And Cody Gibson, biggest loser in these opening laps, as he's slidden all the way back to that 7th place position. Kevin Winker, Winker Nation, as always, showing up in the youtube.com live chat. Out of the frozen tundra of Wisconsin, they got some snow this week. Even with the board where he started in that 8th place position, McKellar also been busy here as he's sent it up inside the top 10, good for 7 spots to 9th, and Megatron. As the broadcaster, as many of you know, is the driver, that is Chris out there out of Pismo Beach. Currently holding down the top 10, doing a good job. Gets a little piece of the wall there, but hey, that's Martinsville as he's trying to find a way around that 13 machine. And Christian Marcel looks like he is really charging the corner right now. Again, it's really easy to overdrive it, get in there. It's a little too much speed, and the front of that truck says, not today. And it's just going to go straight towards the wall. The 50 starting to close in on Tron. That's your top 10. And you got to come back here to Houdini. How he threaded the needle there, getting around the spinning 4 machine of Tanner Marr, I'll never know. Has paid the price for it, and he is still off the pace in there. And someone just shellacked something. As you heard it come through the audio there. And if I heard it in my headset, I know you guys did watching at home. But as I was saying, Brian Zimmerman still on the recovery drive as he finds himself in that 12th place position. First pit stops on the evening. 72 going to come down here on lap 54. Service completed. 4 tire stop for the 72. And let's see if this is an example of come one, come all. I believe Tom has parked it in his pit. We'll keep an eye on the driver out of Bethlehem to see if this is all she wrote for him tonight, or if he's just taking care of a couple of things and going to load back into that race car and send it. We shall see. Is green flag pit stops now underway here for some of these drivers. Tanner Marr is also taking it down pit road as well. Everyone's still trying to catch this man, and there's the caution. In the words of Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. That's now going to erase that 2-second advantage Dobbs had over his teammate in the 96, DJ Daniel. As the caution flies once again, we're going to take a break, step aside, take care of our partners. We'll be back. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You got it. Locked on Redline.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway as Alan Dobbs still carries the torch, leads the way here, and is quite frankly keeping his grip at the paperclip. Matt Metler up in the Tony Trapassa Memorial broadcast booth. I want to thank all of you for joining us this Thursday night for some thunder from one of the iconic short tracks here in the great United States. Quite frankly, out there with the red, white, and blue, how fitting, Mr. Dobbs. Doing it and doing it well. Towbridge has found his way, or I should say, has been the barrier between the two teammates in that 74 machine. Let's jump on board with him, see how he gets around this place. You can see how that truck just continues, does not want to rotate. That was one of the biggest takeaways I had for just like I said, 1 or maybe 3 to 4 laps out here, which is hardly anything, but I knew it was tight. You can see him jumping on the binders. Look at all the steering wheel he has to throw in that truck to get it to rotate. And that tells me these guys are going to be burning off these right front tires rather easily. Hard on the loud pedal, gets up to about 116 miles an hour before he takes it all the way down to a New York State thruway speed of 55 miles an hour in the corner. Carried a little more speed off that end of the racetrack. But he is right now is gridlocked. Just about 0.6 of a second behind your race leader. Then we throw it around to the GoPro camera. Right off the bumper. There is Mr. Excitement himself, DJ Daniel. A driver that I know for sure, without question, wants to win here more than anybody. This is home track. Oh, he's getting up close and personal. DJ exercising a good amount of patience right now. I figured he would come through this field or to the front like a lightning rod. Maybe a cattle prod. Maybe that's a better word for it, but has not done so as of yet. He's been very reserved, very poised out there. As we get a good look at the front of that Chevrolet, courtesy of that 74 truck, as we widen the cameras back out here. Currently working lap 79 of the scheduled 125 in the books here. Just a little new camera angle for you guys. This is kind of what I call the floater. Kind of give you a broad scope, broad spectrum view of what's going on out here, and it'll pick a different driver and it'll isolate them on the on a controlled zoom. As this field kind of gets strung out just a little bit. And while from a broadcast perspective, that's not the most ideal entertainment in the world, as we like to see these guys racked and stacked on top of each other, beating and banging. That's what we live for. But for these drivers, gives them a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of calm the nerves and get locked in and focused. Good battle here, though, going on between Megatron in that number 3 machine. That's just inside the top 10. That's 8th, 9th, and 10th position right there on the racetrack. These three right now, they are in the middle of it. Look at the 50. He can't get it done on the bottom. Looks to take a little bit of a higher entry there. See if he can diamond the corner off. And McKellar just has that covered. Oh, he's going to give him the business. He bumped up, get in the middle of the corner. Let's zoom in a little closer on this battle here, as it's starting to get good in the neighborhood. Again, this is 8th, 9th, and 10th out here on the racetrack. Megatron trying to do everything to keep these hard chargers behind him in that 3. AKA the Macho Ham. Not Ham. Not, oh, I butchered that one. Not Man Ham, the Macho Ham. Can't say I've ever seen that before. So the Macho Ham maybe tried to administer the salami here, and he almost did it. That right front starting to give up on that 3. He cannot keep it down. Piece of the wall, safer barrier. I don't think the 3 has been down pit road yet. Actually, I take that back. He has been down pit road once on lap 56. And that's the same for most of these leaders here as we continue to focus on this battle. For 8th, 9th, and 10th, this is the hot spot on the racetrack. There is nothing going on up front. In fact, it is all the Alan Dobbs show here as he's on his own island. He is checked out 1.5 seconds over Tim Tobridge. However, the battle for second place is starting to heat up. So we're going to shift our focus here We'll keep you posted on that battle between Megatron, Marcel, and Zimmerman now getting into that one as well. And when Alan Dobbs looks in his rearview mirror, he loves seeing this. Two drivers duking it out. He knows that's not going to allow them to run optimum lap times. And he continues to get away a little bit more each and every time we click one off the board. Last time by, fastest car on the racetrack. Continues to be your leader at a 21 flat. Everyone else out there in competition's in the 21-1 range to 21-4. DJ cannot get this truck to turn. You know, DJ likes a race car or a race truck that'll rotate the center specifically, and that truck is not doing that very well. This is a fixed set, so you really don't have too many options. One thing you can do if you really want to get aggressive here, put two right side tires on it. When you come down, that should help it rotate a little bit more. But that could have catastrophic repercussions should you get a long green flag sequence, so you have to keep that in mind. In fact, DJ is going to back way off now. His spotter is probably screaming at him, "You're destroying that right front." And we still have north of 25 laps to go here. Kevin Winker right where you expect him to be, in about that 6th place position in that Ghost Energy. Tell you what, I could go for one of those right now. Heck, even that flavor, why not? He also competes over in the Metalheads Truck Series. I've had a privilege to call a couple races over there in relief for the normal guy, and they've always put on a great show, and Kevin is a mainstay over there, a household name. Believe still on Ghost Racing Network. How fitting on the Ghost car. No pun intended. Getting a report here, he may have had another incident on the racetrack. The man out of Long Island in the Blockbuster machine. Throwback paint scheme. Let's see what happened here. Hold on to it, buddy. Hold on. He's going to loop it around and doink. And there is an elevation change there, and he's going to keep it. Oh, he's going to Alt F4, just get out of there. And that allows the green flag to remain in place. As we cycle back now to the live side of things. Back up to the front. That lead was up to 2 seconds. Now it is going back the other way just a little bit. Tow Bridge has sawed off about 1/10 of a second. I think Alan Dobbs may just be conserving here a little bit. Knows there's no immediate threat behind him. So no need to light the afterburner in that Redline Chevrolet. How big of a night would it be for Alan Dobbs, a driver that took this series by storm in the opening races? You could not keep him out of victory lane. And then, like the crystal ball shook again, and it turned disastrous for this man. He couldn't buy a finish. He couldn't finance a paper bag out there on the racetrack. Trying to get back righted in the right direction, and of all places, could it be here at the paperclip? Let's see if that story continues to trend in that direction. "23 laps to go. Let's crank it up here one more time and go wide out, all open coverage." "12 laps remaining in this one to settle it here from Martinsville, Virginia." Chris with a big moment there, and you seen DJ Daniel, while we were wide open coverage, get around the 74. But now, only roughly 10 laps remaining. DJ Daniels running out of time. The 50 just says, you know what? I'm getting out of the way. That's the smartest thing you could do. When you see DJ behind you late in the race and you're a lap down, I'm telling you, just get out of his way. He will beat the snot out of you, as he did to me early in my iRacing career. Hey, I'm just saying what everyone else knows. I mean, I love the guy. He races for me now. He's a heck of a competitor, but the 50 made the best decision I've seen all night. Just get out of his way. 2.77 seconds is the difference. Dobbs just has to have it on cruise control. Is the man out of Fort Payne trying to alleviate the pain of not being in victory lane, and it feels like an eternity after the way he started the season off. He's got plenty of real estate between himself and his teammate. He just needs to hit his marks. Don't overdrive it. Don't underdrive it. Just keep doing your thing, baby. Hunter Lagunes continues to charge back forward. Still kind of recovering from that restart he had early on in this race, with just 7 ticks left on the board. At the end of the day, a top 5 in this league, a lot of fierce competitors here. That is a good outing. That is a good day in the Thursday Night Thunder Truck Series. A driver that has much improved this season. The voice of Friday Night Racing here on the Front Row Esports side of things. That season is on a hiatus this year. They're taking it off, going to just take a break. Perhaps run a couple fun races, but this guy here really knows how to call a race, does such a fantastic job on Friday nights, and I'll be sad not to see that broadcast, but I completely understand the league standpoint of just hitting the reset button. Let's do something else for a couple months and we'll get right back to it the next go round. But that man right there, he is a master of the microphone. He knows how to make it exciting, and he is much improved over the course of this season. I mean, we started this thing off, he would hit everything out there. I mean, the only thing he really couldn't hit was the pace car because it's ghosted out, and he has continued to get better each and every time. We go live in prime time, and another solid top 10 run here from Chris.
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. White flag or popsicle sticks getting ready to come down here for Alan Dobbs. As DJ Daniel unfortunately blew the tires off his truck trying to get around Tim Towbridge. But here we go. Popsicle sticks going to come down. White flag in the air for Alan Dobbs. The redemption race he's been looking for to return, to put his name back in the forefront of this league. Down the backstretch for the final time. He's going to wave to the fans in 3 and 4. And coming off of turn 4, don't say I didn't tell you so early today, buddy. Alan Dobbs returns to victory lane in the Thursday night truck season. Hell yeah. Let's go, buddy. DJ Daniel's going to come home second. You wouldn't know it, but those two, just a few short months ago, arch rivals out there on the racetrack. They said, Matt, you're nuts for pairing these two together. It'll never work. And I said, you know what? Yes, it will. I can make this happen. And they have been the greatest teammates ever since then as Dobbs burns the house down. You earned that one, buddy. I'm sure this win means as much to me as it does to him right now, because he was really racking his brain, and I just told him, man, you are excellent, you are great, just go out there, do your thing, don't give up, and it'll happen. And you can see by the celebration how much this means to him. He blew it sky high. Your winner from Martinsville, Virginia, puts Redline Racing Network back in victory lane. How about a job from Alan Dobbs and DJ Daniel getting the team 1-2 finish here. And he ain't going to make it back. He's going to lock it down right in his pit stall. We're going to reset the graphics. Going to step aside really quick here while we get ready for post-race coverage, driver interviews, and more on Redline. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Race fans, welcome back to Martinsville, Virginia, where Alan Dobbs returns to the forefront of this league, back to victory lane. And I'm not kidding you. I had a conversation with him earlier today. I told him, you will go out there and win this race. He looked at me like I was silly. And I'll be darned if he didn't do it. Dobbs usually pretty chill and just very calm, cool, and collected in interviews. We'll see if he's any different tonight as we get ready to interview the top three, as we always do here on Redline Racing Network. Joining me now in the Tony Trapassa Memorial broadcast booth, and I think he already knows what I was going to say. I told you so, man. I told you so. Welcome back to Vic. Go ahead, man. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. I know this has been a roller coaster season for you, buddy. You started out, you couldn't get away from winning one of these races, and then the switch hit, and it just seemed like you were constantly in the line of fire out there on the racetrack, and yet the place you didn't think it'd be possible. I said, go out there, put it on the pole, and don't look back, and that's pretty much what you did. Welcome back to victory lane. How are you able to put on such a dominant performance out there tonight, buddy?
This is one of those tracks where the outside on the initial restart has the advantage as long as you get a good restart. So being able to jump out there to the lead and then, you know, having so many green flag laps and not having a whole lot of tire strategy flopping around to put us in the back of the field, just it's hard to pass. Like the truck was tight, it didn't really want to turn the center, so it wasn't easy to make a pass on anybody. So honestly, getting the lead from the beginning, probably why I'm in the lead now.
You know, it just everything just clicked for you tonight, and you're making me look smart right now because I said up here in the broadcast, it looks like it's tight out there, hard to turn the center, and you're echoing what I said earlier a couple times in this race, and you're right, it was tough to pass. I mean, your teammate DJ Daniel, it took him forever to get around the 74, and you know, kudos to him for not just clearing him out, because I thought that's what he was going to do, especially after getting stuck behind him for God knows how long, but he didn't. But
he was in the chat like, man, I don't want to have to move him. I don't want to move him. I don't want him to wreck. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But he finally made the pass, so, you know, great P2 to him, and great P3 to Tim, too. You know, he struggled a little bit keeping the tires underneath him, and he was able to still hold it up there for a P3, so great job to those guys.
Absolutely, brother. But hey, this is your night, man. You earned this one, dude. Way to bring it back to the front and put your name back in the conversation. I know this one means a lot to you, and Well deserved, if you ask me, sir. Before I cut you loose, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the 35? The floor is yours.
Just as always, my beautiful wife, all the guys, the Redline Racing team, and also Redline Racing Network. The admins here for putting on these races, letting us come out here, giving me a chance to have some fun, and appreciate all these other guys that came out and raced with us. Wasn't a very big field tonight, so thankful for everybody that did show up.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man that said, you might have forgot about me, but hey, tonight at Martinsville, I'm going to make sure you remember the name as he go out and dominates the paperclip in prime time. That is the one and only Alan Dobbs out of Fort Payne, Alabama. Congratulations, buddy. I'll talk to you after race. Heck of a job out there tonight. I'm proud of you.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
You too, sir. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you don't quit. You never give up. You never know what is going to happen each and every time that green flag waves. Incredible stuff out of the 35 camp. What a performance from him. I know on a personal level that one means a lot to him. As we go ahead now and change up the order here.
Agreed.
I think I actually put myself in the broadcast waiting room. How did I do that? Joining me now in the Tony Trapassa Memorial broadcast booth, your runner-up finisher, his home track, Mr. Excitement, DJ Daniel. What is up, my friend? DJ, you got a copy? All right. He may be grabbing a quick drink, perhaps, so we're going to switch it up here.
Hello?
Hello. You're live on Redline, DJ.
Oh, hi. Sorry. I don't know what was going on.
I don't know either. Man, what a race from you tonight. It seemed like it was really tough out there to pass, or specifically to get that truck to rotate the center. You battled the 74 for a good portion of that race, able to finally get around him cleanly, I might add. I know how much this race means to you. I figured you're going to be lit like a Christmas tree out there coming through the field, and man, you put out a show. Obviously not what you wanted. I know how much you love to win, especially at this racetrack, but nonetheless a solid second place finish. Another great points day for you. How you feeling right now? Walk me through that race.
I'm very happy. Redline brought me and Dobbs very fast hot rods tonight, and yeah, I just rode behind the 74 there, just trying to save some tires, and obviously I didn't just want to ship them out of the way. I try not to race like that, especially here. I got a lot of respect for these guys, especially Tim. He's always run me clean, so I'm very happy with finishing second. I'm glad to see the team get another win.
Like it's either, if it's not you in victory lane, it's been Alan, and I'm fortunate, very fortunate to have two great elite talents here on that race team, and you guys just continue to improve and work so well together each and every week. What was the track conditions like out there? I only turned 1 or 2 laps, and it just seemed like it was extremely hard to get that truck to rotate, especially through the center. Did you have any difficulty with that, or was that kind of like the big hurdle to get around all race long for you? I know you typically like to have a little bit on the loose side as far as the setup goes, or the feeling out there on the racetrack.
Well, I'll tell you, I want whatever Dobbs has got, because he's sitting here saying the track is 124 degrees, and it's terrible, but here he goes, just steadily scooting away, so I don't know what. But somebody needs to look for nitrous in them frame rails, that's all I'm going to say. But, no, it was a handful all night, especially after about 10 laps. It felt like these tires had a lot of stagger in them, like just I was fighting it more down the straightaway than I was anywhere. It was pretty wild. It was definitely a handful.
A handful always makes for an exciting race here at Martinsville. Once the track took on some rubber, as we're watching the replay back here, we can see you guys did put down a good amount on that racing surface. Did it change the way the truck, just responded inside of the race car or on the racetrack at all, or was it just pretty consistent? It was just a handful. You had to be up on the wheel all race long.
I don't think the beginning of the race was as bad. I think the more rubber that got on it, the slicker it got.
Fair enough.
Especially on corner entry and down the straightaway for some reason. I've never really felt that feeling here, but it was different. It was a challenge. I like challenges.
And also a dirt track racer in real life, so you're accustomed, slipping and sliding. That's your wheelhouse. That's where you thrive. And no point or pun intended. That's the word I'm looking for. But hey, a slip in Slicky Martinsville out there, and you were out there doing your thing, and come home with a solid second place finish. Rocco's Side Shop once again out there, up near the front, leading the charge, and that's a great looking paint scheme on that 96 tonight. I see THD Designs, that's TJ Hanley, helped you out with that one. Want to shout him out, does great work as well. But DJ, ultimately the floor is yours. Who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the 96?
Oh, well, you've already said half of them, so I appreciate that. You made my job easier.
Nope.
Yeah, just Rocco's Sign Shop, they've been a great partner of mine. Chris, my crew chief, he wasn't here tonight, but he's helped me out all year, especially last week. That was ecstatic. I was glad to finally get a win, and just got to thank you for giving me this opportunity, and most of all, the fans that are watching this. We really appreciate y'all.
Hey, man, I'm happy to have you here. You're a big part of this team, and we can always count on you to go out there and give it everything you got. That is 100% for certain. Enjoy the second place finish, man. Another great points day. And I know the best is yet to come for you, sir. You enjoy your evening, and we'll be talking to you again really soon.
Yep, you too. Thank you, sir.
And that right there, the voice of the one and only Mr. Excitement, DJ Daniel, who comes home in second place tonight. 2 down, 1 to go here as far as the interviews go. We'll put him back up in the broadcast waiting room. I know they're going to have a post-race meeting to get to here momentarily. But before we move on from that, we have one more gentleman to speak with tonight. A guy that's always in the conversation as far as I'm concerned in this league. And that is the one and only Tim Tobridge joining me now in the broadcast booth. Tim, how you doing after that third place finish?
Oh, man, I'm worn out.
You gotta be. I mean, that was some battle between yourself and DJ. I mean, that was... I wanted to keep the camera fixated on you guys the whole race, but I can't do that. I mean, that was that was a marathon between you guys. Talk to me about that battle with the 96.
Oh, that was awesome. DJ and I were actually just talking while we were waiting for you. It was so much fun. I know. I even had to apologize to him. I knew I was kind of being a little. How do you say it nicely? I was kind of being a pain in the butt. That I was like, I'm locking it to the bottom. He's gonna have to do it the hard way. And I got a little loose and left the door open on the outside. And we raced about a lap or two side by side. And he had the speed. I just knew I had to keep it pinned to the bottom. And if he got to run, he got to run. And he got it. And we battled it out as long as I could. And he was just able to get around me and check out just a little bit without driving too far away.
Yeah, we were actually doing a wide open coverage stint when that actually happened, and we caught that on the broadcast in real time as it happened. And I was sitting here with my jaw hanging off the floor going, oh, like this is, it doesn't get any better than that. You two side.
It was great. It was great.
I mean, you guys were drag racing around here, John Force style, 2x2. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that at an historic Martinsville. I asked the other drivers this question, and I'm going to ask you the same too. And, I only got a chance to maybe run 2 or 3 laps in practice, but it seemed like it was really challenging to get this truck to rotate, at least at the beginning of the race. Did you have a similar experience? And how did the track evolve over the course of this run tonight?
Oh, I would definitely say it flip-flop a little bit. Like at the very start of practice, track was super hot. I was having trouble not getting it to rotate, at least on entry, and trying to settle the mid corner down. In the race, it wasn't too bad. It actually started to go, for me at least, it started to get a little loose in. So definitely had to crank that bias in, get a little further forward, back the corners up, and definitely was not rotating middle. It was trying to get enough rotation in the entry to be able to roll the middle, but it was definitely a handful tonight. And I think you even said it yourself on the broadcast. There's so few things we can do to actually try and adjust that. So it definitely really puts a puts a challenge in the driver's hands when you got a setup like this.
Absolutely, 100% for certain. And that's the reasons why you love a fixed setup. And on the other side of the coin, when it's not driving how you want to, well, you hate a fixed setup because you can't make those adjustments during the race. You basically, as you said, you have to get up on the wheel, you have to be creative, and you have to ultimately find a way to find more speed with those fixed variables out there on the racetrack. I mean, nonetheless, regardless, I mean, another solid top 3 finish for you. I think you're one of the most consistent guys out here in the series as far as, top 5s, top 10s. Obviously, you're in the playoff conversation. I don't know how you wouldn't be a force out here. People have to be, other drivers have to have you on their radar. What do you have in store for the upcoming remainder of the season and getting into the playoffs? You just looking to kind of keep doing the same thing you're doing, or are you going to try to get some more wins etched in there before it's go time?
Well, I definitely I'd like to get a little one next to the wins here this season. It's been a little while with this group. It's such a tough group to get wins.
Yes, sir.
I'm more than happy to get some top 5s, some podiums. I definitely feel my strong suits in the short tracks. So Eldora, Iowa, Bristol, Martinsville. Like, I love these tracks. I struggle a little bit on the bigger tracks, just personally. So definitely trying to bank as many points before we go to Nashville next weekend, and hopefully I can carry that through, finish the top 8, go off to the playoffs, and see what we can do in the playoffs. It's like I said, it's a really strong group. There's a bunch of really fast guys, really good guys, and obviously you're seeing the cream rise to the top here, and
yes, sir.
We're trying to make it up there too.
Tim, always a pleasure to speak with you. Such a great interview. You're very articulate, very detailed, and I couldn't ask for anything else up here from a broadcast perspective. But you out there on the racetrack always have a great time covering what you do out there. Always so consistent, clutch, and always count on you to be in, the mix as far as for a win for a top 3, a top 5. And I'm very confident you're going to be just fine once we get into playoff mode. And you bring up a great point. This field is a star-studded lineup. It is anything but easy competing against these guys on the racetrack. And the fact that you're always in the convo says a lot about you as a driver and talent behind the wheel, excuse me. Before I cut you loose, man, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the 74? The floor is yours.
I definitely want to give you a shout. Always putting a good show on for us, making some of us bad guys look really good every week in and week out. Whether we're struggling on the track or having a stellar day, we can always look forward to amazing broadcast. Give a great shout out to Tanner and all the admins and all those boys. Always great to have this group. Like I said, they've put together such an amazing field. It's tough out here, and they have definitely picked some really good drivers. So I got to give those guys a shout. As always, got to give a shout out to the sponsor there, Chop House Restorations. Big thank you to those guys. And then my famous line, I got to thank the wife and the family to let me do this craziness on a Thursday night after doing it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in another league.
Hey, I appreciate you saying that, and I'm in the same boat you are. I mean, I have a family, I have a wife, I have kids, and, obviously doing what we love here, this takes time away from them, and to have the ability to go out here and do this, big thank you to them. Everyone at home, the ones that are most important to us, you're absolutely right, my friend. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tim Tobridge. Another solid effort here tonight. Comes home in that third place position. Look for Mr. Consistency to keep it going next week in Music City and on into the playoffs. Thank you for your time, Tim. Look forward to speaking with you again really soon.
Yes, thank you guys. We'll see you next weekend or next week.
Yes, sir. And I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well, brother. All right, and that'll wrap up driver interviews post-race following the competition here at Martinsville, where it saw Alan Dobbs return to form in a dominating performance, puts the 35 back in victory lane, and that capped by a beautiful Martinsville battle between DJ Daniel and the man you just heard from it, Tim Tobridge. That was about as good as it gets. And now let's go through the remaining results. Apologize, my microphone cut out there for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, see if we can get these results up on the big screen for you. Sometimes you just got to give it an old kick in the pants. It still does not want to budge here. While I'm working on getting that sorted out and posted up on the screen, don't forget another special event coming to Redline Racing Network. The first installment was the Halloween money race we had back in early November. Featured current and former Coke Series drivers, some of the biggest names in money racing competition in iRacing. It was a smash hit. Money League Racing is coming back for its second installment. The Christmas Chaos, Christmas Havoc special, going to have 60 of the most elite professional currently in the Coke Series, former Coke Series, and some of the best money racers in iRacing right now on December 20th at 8 p.m. Make sure you're here locked, ready to rock, as we have big money on the line and all of the elite iRacers in one place out on the racetrack in Earnhardt Country, Talladega. That is going to be on the 20th of December, 8 p.m. Make sure you're here locked and loaded on Redline Racing Network. Very special broadcast team for this race. Somebody that I spent a lot of time with in my early days on Sim Racing Media. It's been a couple years since him and I have been able to work together. But on the 20th, it is going to be a big-time reunion for myself and this other person I don't want to announce yet. Can't believe it's finally happening, but the broadcast is going to be lit like a tater chip, as we used to say, as we get ready to close this thing out here on Redline Racing Network. I want to thank all our partners, sponsors, Team Watson Racing Setups, Whitehead Designs. Put some new look in your ride. Go reach out to him. Does a great job painting as well. That, again, is Whitehead Designs. Trey Whitehead, he's got you for all things design related on your iRacing vehicle. And as the late, great Gurney Tabasco used to say, as you walk down the road of life this week, do us all a favor, don't play in traffic, and we'll see you next time right here on Redline Racing Network.
This song goes out to my mom. She always loved Nirvana. I'm running out of friends inside my head, like losing power. The shadows start to spread. This food is sour, tastes different when you're dead. I need a shower, cold water on my head. Running out of friends inside my mind. I'm drinking out of Coronas with a lime. My thoughts get louder, and I forgot the time. I listen out of my headphones to sublime. Just passes by. And I could stay awake for a century, a memory. I don't think that I could take more than a breath from me. Nothing's left for me. Friends inside my head, like losing power. The shadows start to spread. This food is sour. Tastes different when you're dead. I'm running out of friends inside my head, like losing power. The shadows start to spread. This food is sour.
Clean cut, cold turkey on a resume. Halo on my head, but the brand smell like yesterday. Sober on paper, wasted in my head. Club lights off, but the strobe in my chest. Say I quit, cool, cool, till the memory hits steady. Hands stay dry, but my thoughts stay steady. On paper, twisted in the seams. Clear cup, clear mind, dirty little dreams. Smile for the fam, I'm good, I'm ready. Sober on paper, but not really. White knuckle Netflix, skipping every invite. Sparkling water in a rocks glass mix, right? Tell 'em I'm better, they clap like a sitcom. Laugh track fades, brain spins like a micron. Barcodes on the past, still scanning the checkout. Old ghosts text you up, I don't even check now. But I hear the ice blink in a quiet apartment. Calendar same, but the night's still dark. And flip going demons, I say ghost tales crash. I'm a ghost tale craving their reload stash. Therapy notes folded in a wallet like cash. I'm rich and restrained and broke in a flash. Damn. Sober on paper, wasted in my head. Club lights on, with the strobe in my chest. Say I quit, cool, cool, till the memory it's steady. Hands stay dry, but my thoughts stay sober on paper. Twisted in the seams, clear cup, clear mind, dirty little dreams. Smile for the fam, I'm
Bastard.
good, I'm ready. Sober on paper, but not really. Apple juice and a solo, cheers to the pretense. Whole crew lit, I'm a lighthouse C-tense. Teeth grind quiet, I'm a grin with a grit in it. Halo loose fit, got a pen with a rip in it. Room smells sweet, brings back in the dive bar. Jukebox memories, same 4 or 5 stars. I don't sip now, but the habit still playlist. Hooked on the chorus, so then maybe I'll phrase it.
Count my days like tally marks, margins, pride taste ash while the outside's charming.
Good till the midnight, then the crack show barely. Pray for the morning, hold on, hold clearly. I ain't trying to glamorize the fall, you feel me? I just know the pistol sends me emails daily. I ghosted, focus, slow drip, healing one breath at a time till the static stops screaming. Sober on paper, wasted in my head. Club lights off, with the strobe in my chest. Say I quit, cool, cool, till the memory hits steady. Hands stay dry, but my thoughts stay sweaty. So on paper, twisted in the seams. Clear cup, clear mind, dirty little dreams. Smile for the fam, I'm good, I'm ready. Sober on paper, but not really. If you know, you know. There's a long